Cavies, it's Barbie from Barbie and the Caveman, and we are coming up on my very favorite part of the year, and it is party season. Now, for all you people that aren't educators or kids still in school, that's summertime. Now, one of the most wonderful things about summertime is the parties, of course, but party food. Oh yes, one of the greatest things I miss about eating like everybody else was Mexican 7-layer dip. Just the crisp of the lettuce and the beans and the meats and all of it came together with such a savory flair that that's one of the things I really miss, the cheesy goodness of the queso. So I'm going to show you a very vegan, very delicious twist on an old favorite. So stay with me. Now you'll see here I have set up 3 different stations. The first one I'm going to show you a really great guacamole recipe, then salsa, and then down there I'm going to use the Vitamix to create a wonderful queso. Now the very first thing we're going to do is I'm going to pull out my baby cook. Now I had this from when little Egg was a baby making his baby food, but I still use it as a very small food processor. It works really, really well. So I'm going to have a little bowl set to the side and I'm going to create guacamole. Now here I have 1.5 chopped, skinned, and seeded avocados. They're delicious, they're super fresh. 1/2 chopped sweet onion. Just throw it down in there. 6 cherry tomatoes. Boom. And 1/3 of a jalapeno with the seeds still in. I leave the seeds in because I love it nice and spicy. Also, I have, whoa, about dropped it, 1/4 of a lime. So I'm just gonna squeeze that, boom, over the top. Squeeze it real good, try to get all of that lime juice out. Yes, now I'm going to pop on my lid. The baby cook kind of slides together really nicely. If I can remember how to use it. With little Egg being 9 now, I know. Where's the time go, moms? Where's the time go? All right, so then I'm just going to run it. So there we go. So I'm gonna open it up and see how it looks thus far. So then I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of garlic powder, some salt and some pepper, some salt, about a teaspoon of salt, and a nice helping of mixed pepper. There we go. Gonna pop that lid right back on. Let it go 1 or 2 more spins around. Just really to incorporate those flavors nicely. Boom, done. Now look how great that looks. It is really nice and smooth with just a little bit of chunk around the edges. So of course you have to choose how you like your guacamole. Delicious. You can add, of course, more jalapeno. You can subtract jalapeno. You can add more lime juice, but I like it really creamy and really smooth. So there you go. Now, of course, jump into the next station. For this, I'm going to use a hand mixer. This is a hand mill, and it fits together like this, and then you just pump it. I like to use this for my salsa or my pico de gallo because you really have a lot of control over the consistency. I like a very smooth guacamole, but a very chunky pico de gallo or salsa. So I'm going to start with some Campari tomatoes. That's about 2 cups of Campari tomatoes, so kind of a lot of them. So throw them down in my hand mill. Then I'm the other half of the sweet onion. Oh, that onion smells so good. Now I have another 1/3 of the jalapeno with the seeds still in, and I have 1/4 of a red pepper. Also got some cilantro leaves here that I'm just going to push down over the top. Now, excuse me, minced garlic, about a tablespoon, salt, a good teaspoon or so of salt, if not a little bit more. And, of course, the pepper. There we go. Now I'm going to fit the top on the food mill so you can see the layers that I have there. And then the food mill works really well just by pumping around. So you can see how you really can control the texture of exactly what you're creating. So I just put it here on a pot holder, and here we go. Let's check on it. And a really nice chunky pico de gallo. Smells nice and spicy. That cilantro has really released the flavors and the fragrances from the leaves. I'll give it a couple more. There we go. Now another great thing about this hand mill is, so look at that. Doesn't get any fresher than that, y'all. So I'm gonna pull the blade out, which is really great. You can just throw it right in the sink. And this one comes with a lid. There you go. Pico de gallo on the go. So it's great. So I'm super excited about that. So I'll check back with you. Let me grab a couple things and I'll show you how to make this queso. I know you're dying to see. Hey, Gabies, I'm back. And what you've been waiting for, the queso. So excited. So I've got my Vitamix out. I love this Vitamix. I couldn't live without it. I am going to use 1/4 cup of raw pumpkin seeds and 1 1/4 cup of raw, just get at your grocer, raw sunflower seeds. So that's gonna be the base to really make it nice and creamy. So I'm gonna add it in. And nutritional yeast. Of course, nutritional yeast gives it that wonderful cheesy flavor that we all crave. So I'm gonna get 3 big tablespoons of nutritional yeast. And of course, nutritional yeast is a lot of B vitamins, a lot of fiber. It is just stinking delicious. So why wouldn't you use it? All right, now, minced garlic. Go with about 1/2 teaspoon. Salt. Cumin. Now, roasted cumin. It gives it a lot of depth and a lot of complexity where your really wonderful cheeses have that complexity to them. Now I'm going to use some roasted ginger. Now this is just like 1/4 teaspoon each, so just a very little bit, but enough to really make it go. Now I'm going to use Rotel Hot. See? Because I love nice and spicy. So then I'm going to really use the tomatoes, but mostly the broth. So probably a tablespoon of the tomatoes, and then 2 more tablespoons of the broth. Okay, maybe 3. And maybe a couple more tomatoes, just because it's so good. All right, so I'm going to put it here on the Vitamix. Now, I've got my lid on, and of course you've got your regular stopper lid, but you've also got your damper. So I'm gonna use the damper on this one just to really make sure that I can push it down nice and firm so that we can really start a cheese queso going. Also, I have a little bit of vegetable broth here on the side so that if it starts sticking, I can just add a little vegetable broth a little at a time so that you can really make that nice creamy texture that we really miss from queso. So, started out of 5. Are y'all ready for this? I'm ready. are the juices. That damper is really, really great to get everything moving. Knock off that damper. Our spatula. And of course you'll have to process this a couple of times to get it nice and smooth. Probably need to add a little more vegetable broth. The sunflower seeds get really dry at the bottom. So you just gotta kind of break it up. So see, a little closer so you can see. So see, as I break it up, it kind of looks like a paste there at the bottom. And you just wanna make sure that you get enough liquid down into that to make it nice and creamy. Look how beautiful and creamy it is becoming. So here we go. Here's the final step, and I want you to see our finished product. I had to add another half cup of the veggie broth to it, but look how nice and creamy. It smells amazing. It tastes so nice and cheesy. It's wonderful. That nutritional yeast really brings out that nice cheesy flavor. So I'm going to hop back over to the other side and show you how to layer this baby up. Hey guys, I'm back and I've got my party dish all ready. Now, I like to use the Taco Bell versions of the refried beans, and I put those in the bottom. They are completely vegan and they're come pre-seasoned. Now, but if you would like to make your own, feel free to do so. They're just pinto beans with some garlic and some salt and a little bit of olive oil. Nothing really. And then we just layer from there. It is super, super easy. I put a layer of onions next, just of course to break up the layers. Nice onions. So here we go so far. There's 2 of our layers. And then I just got this kale out of the garden and chopped it just really, really small. And of course I use kale because of course it's way more nutritious than just about anything else you can throw in. Then I'm going to use some of the guacamole that we made. Just going to lump it in and smooth it over the top of the lettuce. There we go with that. Now I'm going to break up some of that wonderful corn that we cut off the cob. Now I love to use corn on the cob. It's so much sweeter than canned corn. And really all you gotta do is boil it. And our grocer has it buy one, get one free, quite a lot for the frozen varieties. So I love to use it. And of course it is delicious and nutritious. What else could you ask for? So this is what we've got so far. We've got 4 wonderful layers. Yes, we do. Now, next I'm going to work on my pico de gallo. I'm going to layer this over next. Oh gosh, it just smells so stinking good. I'm so excited. Yes. Then, of course, we've got vegan cheese. Yay, vegan cheese! As our last layer. So I don't really know how many layers that was, I lost count. But for those of you at home, hopefully you're counting. Green onions. And then finally, whoop, a little bit of the cilantro. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for a party. So here we go. Delicious, nutritious, vegan, and we've got a couple of Rotel tomatoes that I'm gonna throw on the very top, just to sprinkle around to just more deliciousness. There we go. So, from my family to yours, from my cave to your home, thanks for watching this episode of Barbie and the Caveman. Remember, like, share, subscribe.